Welcome back, dear viewers. And now we are joined over the phone by Nile TV's correspondent, Basma Taha, and she is reporting from downtown Cairo Al Gala polling station. Good afternoon, Basma.
Hi,
Good
Shireen.
afternoon.
Good
Hi,
afternoon.
Basma. So, can you update us on the electoral process as the polling stations is started to work in the afternoon?
Yes, Shireen, voters are still heading to the voting stations on the second day of the presidential elections in order to cast their votes, believing that their voices will count and also that their decisions will lead to a better and flourishing future. The most beautiful scene today that attracted the attention is the attendance of the elderly who came today leaning on walking sticks to cast their votes. And when I talked to them, they told me that they came today for the sake of their children and also for the sake of their grandchildren, believing that their voices will count. Also, Egyptian women have always been making history. They came from the early hours in order to cast their votes. Also, Cairo Governor General Khalid Abdel Al also inspected the voting station here, and he called upon all citizens of Cairo governorate to go to their voting stations in order to cast his or her vote, saying that it is a national duty for each and every Egyptian. Modern festivities dominating the whole scene. Patriotic songs are sung, and also the spirit is very high. Heavy security measures are taken in order to secure the voting station as well as the surrounding areas, so voters would feel free and secure at the same time. As we know, the voting is held under full judicial supervision, and the whole scene indeed today and yesterday, the whole scene reflects a very beautiful and also a very civilized image of Egypt to the entire world.
Yes, Basma Taha, Nile TV's correspondent at the polling stations in downtown Cairo. Thank you for being with us. And Egyptian voters across the nation cast their ballots in presidential elections 2024 on the second day of voting on Monday. Polling stations opened at 9 a.m. Cairo local time, while long queues of voters willing to cast vote were spotted. 65 million eligible voters cast ballots at 11,631 sub-committers inside 9,376 main polling centers nationwide to choose a president for a new 6-year term. Contesting candidates are President Fattah al-Sisi, Farid Zahran, head of Egyptian Democratic Social Party, Abdel Sanad Yamama, head of Al-Wafd Party, and head of People's Republican Party, Hazem Omar. The four voted on Sunday. The presidential vote is held under full judicial supervisions, and polling stations will close at 9 p.m. and will reopen on Tuesday for a third and final day of voting. According to schedule, the counting of the votes will be concluded at the individual sub-committees and sent to the major polling centers on December 13th. And across different governorates, remarkably large numbers of voters also cast their ballots in presidential elections. Local executive and security authorities provided close follow-up of the vote process to ensure voters participate with ease and security. In the Upper Egypt Governorate of Giza, long queues of voters lined up outside the polling stations. In the Lower Egypt Governorate of Dakhaleya, Mustaqbal Watan Party led a rally across the streets of the main city of Al-Mansura, chanting, "Long live Egypt, go on and take part. Your voice is your responsibility." In the Frontier Governorate of Matruh, Governor Khalid Shuaib said 200 polling stations across the province are allocated for its residents, while 35 additional stations are allocated for non-residents. He added that they all opened in time on the second day of the elections. And the National Elections Authority's executive body's head, Ahmed bin Dari, said that the presidential vote across the nation is proceeding regularly for a second day with no complaints. Addressing a press conference, bin Dari added that the polling stations opened on time as voters flocked to participate at the early hours of the day, wrapping up developments. On the first day of voting on Sunday, Bindari said that voter turnout was remarkably high. He noted that observations sent to the authority over the vote referred to so high turnout of voters that it required the authority to send more judges and judicial authorities personnel to speed up the vote. And dear viewers, stay tuned for our special coverage to Egypt's presidential elections 2024.